To the angel of the church in Thyatira write, These are the words of the Son of God, whose eyes are like blazing fire, and whose feet are like burnished bronze. I know your deeds, your love and faith, your service and perseverance, and that you are now doing more than you did at first. Nevertheless, I have this against you. You tolerate that woman Jezebel, who calls herself a prophetess. By her teaching, she misleads my servants into sexual immorality and the eating of food sacrificed to idols. I have given her time to repent of her immorality, but she is unwilling. So I will cast her on a bed of suffering, and I will make those who commit adultery with her suffer intensely, unless they repent of her ways. I will strike her children dead. Then all the churches will know that I am he who searches hearts and minds, and I will repay each of you according to your deeds. Now I say to the rest of you in Thyatira, to you who do not hold to her teaching and have not learned Satan's so-called deep secrets, I will not impose any other burden on you. Only hold on to what you have until I come. To him who overcomes and does my will to the end, I will give authority over the nations. He will rule them with an iron scepter. He will dash them to pieces like pottery. Just as I have received authority from my Father, I will also give him the morning star. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. Thyatira is located on the Lycus River, roughly 40 miles to the east of Pergamum. It was a city founded on trade, manufacturing its own wool and purple cloth. Historical accounts relate that Thyatira was the location of many influential trade guilds, all of which paid allegiance to one or more of the patron gods of the city, Tyrimnos and the Roman Caesar, both of whom are recognized as sons of Zeus. This is the only one of the 7 letters to refer to Jesus by his title Son of God, probably in contrasting response to the worship traditions there. Affiliation with one of the trade guilds coincided with partaking in the guild feasts. At the feasts, all the food and wine would be sacrificed to Tyrimnos, or whichever god was associated with that guild. Everyone there was required to partake in the sacrifice, as well as various public sexual acts. This would have been an obvious problem for Christians living there. The Jezebel that John refers to is likely a figurative person in the city and not an actual person. Jewish Christians in Thyatira would have identified Jezebel as the name of one of the most loathed figures in their history. The Jezebel of the Hebrew Bible led Israel into worshiping Baal. John is contrasting her with the systems of the current day that were attempting to get the Christians to fall in line and worship the contemptible gods of the culture. This figure is condemned by John for leading others into sin, more so than anything else.